You're watching Two Button Crew.
The daily show for Nintendo fans.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Simeon.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Seems like you've been enjoying the Zelda videos.
Absolutely.
So I was thinking we'd make one top however many things we want in a Zelda Netflix series. But let me make sure first. Simeon, do you want a Zelda Netflix series?
I think so. I think I'd like to see it.
All right.
I wouldn't like to see a movie, but maybe a Netflix series would be cool.
Good. So we can go ahead and proceed with this video?
Yes.
All right.
We'll allow it.
I'd like to see something live action.
Yes.
Because, come on, if it's going to be animated, at that point, it might as well just be good cutscenes for a video game.
Yep.
But if you're going to do a show, got to go all in. You got to cast the people, you got to do the makeup, you got to get the costumes, the special effects department, the shooting, the editing, everything.
Got to be top notch.
Yeah.
I agree with you that it should be live action, and along with live action, there has to be another talking Link.
Okay.
Now, we haven't seen much talking Link. Like, most of the time we don't see them, but we've seen it in the CDI games.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
they exist. I acknowledge their existence. If you deny their existence, then you deny the series. And also the TV show. We also have the old cartoon. Excuse me, princess.
Oh, so we could get that voice actor to
Yes!
play Link.
Yes.
So easy. Don't even have to go through that casting
He's probably
process.
like 50 years old right now. Or older.
Excuse me, princess.
But I think we have to see a talking Link. No more of this boring Link crap. I know I already talked about that, and I know half of you already hate me for it. But Link is bland, and he needs to stop being bland, and he needs to start talking.
Have you ever heard of characters with disabilities and being inspiring?
If they explained, like, showed that, like, his tongue was cut out or something like that, if they explained it like that, okay. But for now, like, that's the ritual. The hero of time must have his tongue ripped from his throat. Okay, if they explain it that way, then I'd be okay with a not talking Link. But other than that, he's got to talk.
I can see it now. The Legend of Zelda and the Betongued Hero. That's a word, right? Like beheaded.
I guess so. I would say
said-
detongued or betongued. I don't know. Tongue guillotine, do those exist? I don't know.
Tonguatine.
Tongue-a-tine.
Well, I mean, Link could be mute. That's all I'm saying.
He could.
All right. Here's what I'd like to see in the Zelda Netflix series. By the way, this thing is rumored. So anyway.
Yeah. We don't know if this will actually exist. But if it does, this is what we'd like to see.
If it does, I would like to see quality over quantity. I was trying really hard not to get those two mixed up because I typed them backwards in my notes before. But anyway, we could go as far as like the Sherlock approach, where you know how many episodes those seasons have?
I don't know. How many episodes do they have
There
per season?
only 3.
3 episodes in a season?
In a season.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I know that they go for quality. What I like about that is that you really stretch your budget. Like, you have a certain budget, and with the Zelda to be pulled off well, I think that it's going to take some special effects. So,
absolutely.
instead of seeing like 22 episodes with mediocre special effects that kind of make me cringe, I would like 3, maybe like 45-minute long or hour-long episodes. That would be cool. I'd like that.
That would be the best. And I think that's why Sherlock is probably so popular, is because they go for the quality. Because that's not like an unpopular show. It's like a super popular show. But
and like I said, I haven't seen it. So maybe some seasons have 4 or 5 or whatever. Maybe it fluctuates, but I know that that's their approach. And there's a season that had 3. So anywhere just around there, I'd like to see the high quality, top-notch, good budget special effects.
I think that's a good approach. I'd like to see a Link redesign.
Oh.
If he's like we see him in the games, I think there's a good chance that a lot of people won't take him seriously. I think it goes kind of hand in hand with the production value.
Okay.
Is if he's just, clad in bright green and he looks like Robin Hood with an elf hat.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's the best approach.
Right.
But I think if they take the old design and kind of get inspired by it and redesign him around that, not completely throw him away, but get inspired by it and redesign it, I think that that's a better way to go than just translating him straight over from
maybe like some forest green and some leather,
dark dark greens,
leather jacket. Sorry.
Link in the future. Time travel episode? No.
That was a rumor one time. There's going to be a futuristic Zelda game, gritty on a motorcycle and stuff.
I would play that. I totally would play that.
Would you watch it on Netflix?
I think I would. I honestly think I would.
Yeah, so I was also thinking about if he was portrayed just like he is in the games, how would that come across on the screen? So my next thing I'd like to see is that they would use a teen Link, because I did think if it was an older or more mature adult or young adult Link, that it would be less believable. So he would basically look sillier in the hero's outfit, I'm saying. And like they pull it off on Skyward Sword, but I just don't think it's right for live action. I think I'd like to see a teen hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the fence on that one. I'd kind of like to see an older Link, but what I went with is two Links. Like we have in Twilight Princess. This is just one example where we have the old dead Link teaching the young Link.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a good approach where we have the two heroes, the main character being the younger one, but then having the older, more mature, hero teaching the younger one.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not having it so much of a... there's got to be a little bit of comedy in there, but there's the comedy and that sort of thing that's stressed is overdone.
Like Karate Kid.
Where
there's a mentor.
So not too heavy on that, not too Mr. Miyagi, not too anything like that. Just, an older, more gritty one, and then like a younger teen one that's,
cool.
The main character.
All right, how about this? So there's this fad, and maybe it's a fad, or maybe that's just how I view it, but
no, it's a fad.
For Netflix to release batches of episodes, like an entire season, so that people can binge watch it. There's some downsides to binge watching, not just for your physical health or your sleep life, but it also becomes a lot harder to avoid spoilers online.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as a season hits the internet, there's some meanie faces that are watching the last episode and like blowing up Twitter about it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So my request is that there would be a slower rollout of the episodes.
Yes.
And I like that approach because then you can kind of build up hype to each one, and we can discuss each episode as a show and stuff. And we probably do that anyway, but it's more exciting when there's release dates for each one.
I think so. I think that would generate a lot of hype. I know with some shows that I watch, like if I'm looking forward to, like with Video Game High School, they release those, episodes every now and again online, and those I was always excited for. And then like with Doctor Who, since I don't have BBC, I have to wait until the whole season comes out, and then it's not as exciting.
Yeah.
So the hype factor definitely hits you when there's not batch releases.
Agreed.
So one thing,
I agree with myself.
I agree with yourself too. One thing that I think would be a good way to go, and I know I've kind of gone this route the whole video, is little game tie-in. Like, don't just take a game and repeat the story, because we've already, not only have we already know the story, we've already been in the story. Like, we've experienced the story. It's not just something we've watched before or read before. We've been in the story before. So create something new, have, some cool cameos here and there, follow some general rules, maybe break some rules. I think that's one thing that people get upset about that I don't understand is when somebody takes, like, look at the Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
Yep.
Did not follow the book at all. People who read the book hated Voyage of the Dawn Treader. I read the book before I watched the movie, long before I watched the movie. I was well acquainted with the book. I watched the movie. The first time I watched it, I was like, didn't really follow the book, and this was kind of cheesy. Second time I watched it, I'm like, I honestly like both versions. In fact, I might like the movie version better.
Oh.
Not because it did a good job of retelling the story, but it made it its own. It took inspiration from the original, and it changed it. And I think that's what we need more of. We need more of this, what people are tired of now, I know, but more reimagining. We need the reimagining. So don't retell the story, have some fun cameos, have a guy, a little person play a man named Tingle or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Just do those fun things, but don't retell the story. People aren't going to be happy.
Yeah, so my last one I'd like to go over is I think it'd be really cool for the season to actually lead up to a new game release. So build hype for that, but also lead up to it in the sense of, like, storyline wise, kind of setting the stage for what's about to happen. Maybe like a backstory of a villain to give it more emphasis and weight going into the game to try to defeat him or something like that.
What if we had a 2D digitized Legend of Zelda with the characters from the TV show? The actors from the TV show digitized.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mocap Legend of Zelda.
Absolutely. We just stumbled upon the gold pot at the end of the rainbow.
Oh, jeez.
Of speculation.
Please no. But yeah, I think that tying the movies some way into a future release, I think that that's a smart idea. We'll see how well they could do it if they take our advice and if they actually do make a Zelda Netflix show.
I know a game coming out. It's called Zelda for Wii U. Tentative title.
Yes.
All right. Well, this has been fun. Thanks as always for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew.
Don't forget to like, to comment, and most of all, to subscribe.
See you next time.
Signing out.